Welcome back. So I just want to start out with showing you the end result right here. This is what we are aiming to get right here. A method inside our product service, the interface for it, where we can actually return a list of products when we call get products. That's all we're aiming to do this lesson. In order to do that, I'm going to show you a few things. First of all, we're going to have a look at how we can extend our mocking knowledge so we can start adding the mock information and letting that tell us what we actually need in our system. Let's get rid of this for now. Actually, let's keep it there for a second. I just want to show you, I made a fact down here, and the name for the fact is actually mapped to what you want inside the method up here. So get products, that's the name of the method. That's the first thing I always put into my methods right here. The first thing is the name of the method. And again, you can notice that's the name for my method right here. And if I go back, the next thing is I'm sending in no parameters. So in this case, it's with no params. And notice there are no parameters here. And the final thing I'm putting in there is it returns a list of all products. And again, you'll see the list of all products right here. So reading the unit test, I should be able to know exactly what I'm testing inside my interface. Let's get rid of this guy, and let's actually start writing the actual test right here. Now, in the old solution right here, the last one we built, we actually went in and used the mock right away to call the object. We're not going to do that this lesson. We're going to try and start out with having a reference to the mock right here. So I'll make a variable for mock. I'll make new mock again, just like before, and I'll make the mock an iProduct service right here. So we have the same thing as here, except we're not calling the .object yet, because I actually want access to the actual mock this time to make this small change right here. So what I want to do is I actually want to explain to this guy the mock, or the product service in our case, the iProduct service. I want to explain that we need a method. So I'm going to set up something right here to explain, and using a fat arrow, I can explain that I need a new method here called get all products. Sorry, what was the name? Get products. I can just copy this, right? Get products, because that's the name I'm looking for. There we go. And now we actually have this method available. And already by calling this small thing right here, I'm forcing the system into actually needing this method right here in my interface. So let's just Alt-Enter and create the method up here for now. There we go. Now, I want this method to return a list right here. But if I go back, you'll notice, or at least when you know about mocking, you'll notice there's missing a method right here called returns. So I'll just write it so you guys can see it. This can actually explain what I want the method to return when I'm calling this get products right here. I can explain what I expect to return. And in my case, what I want to return is going to be a new list of product right here. That's what I want to return when this method is actually executed. And again, you'll notice that this is failing right now, but think of it this way. It's kind of the same thing as, let me actually make one more line just to show you what I expect to get from this. If I say service equals, and I'll say mock.object, write this, now I have the service, and then in the service, I'm expecting with the return statement right here that this request or this method right here should actually return a list of products. Let's just call it products right here. That's what I actually expect this method to return. And that's what I'm doing with this mock line right here. I'm saying I want, when I'm calling this method, I want to return a new list of products. So in order to make this work right here, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go into products now, and I'm going to return the list of products. Let's just copy it right here. Go into my product service. Instead of void, I'm going to return that list right here. And you'll notice now the test is actually running again. So next step is, now I want to get my service. So now I can kind of get the actual service right here. So I'll say mock.object, and now I have an access to the actual service. Of course, it's not an implementation class yet. It's just a mocked object. It's just a fake representation of how the implementation class could look when I'm creating this iProduct service right here. So when I'm making a product service, how should that actually work? And I'm saying right now, when I'm making a product service, if you ever call get products, you'll get back an empty list right here for now. I just mock that or fake that in my system. So the final thing I need to do is just pretty much say assert. And let's just do again true right here. I expect the service, and let's actually do an equal. And let me show you something. I just want to kind of map this out right here. Let's grab the list and just make that as a local variable right here. Fake list like this. There we go. And now let's just put that fake list back into the return statement. And now I want the equal. I want to say the fake list should actually be equal to the service get products right here. They should be the same now because, again, I'm faking it right here. So let's try and run that test right here and see if it works. I'll just say run unit test. Let's see what happens. And now the unit test is actually green. So happy days. Everything seemed to be working as expected. And again, I'm now guarding myself. If somebody went in here and make this into a product array without actually testing the unit test, you'll notice right away I get an issue right here with returning the fake list because it knows the fake list needs to be now a list of products. So I just guarded myself, first of all, that I need this method. It doesn't have any parameters for now, and it's going to return a list of products, not an array of products right here. So that's it for this lesson. Now you know a little bit about how you can fake methods, even though you don't even have an implementation class yet for the service. We can already start faking what should happen in this case. Now, again, it might be overkill what I'm doing right here, but I want you guys to just slowly get into mocking and how we can actually use mocks to create fake information in our system. So that's it for the lesson. See you next time. Bye.